Hello friendos and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sasha. I eat things, I go places, and I do stuff, and today we're going to eat things. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. It is a thank you and a we're thinking about you for Simon and Martina from all of the Nasty community and the Rainbow Ladder support team. They're currently doing their own thing right now and building a ladder, which is super important, and we just wanted to let you guys know that we appreciate you, especially the entire Discord server, and I think everyone, honestly, 'cause
Hello, Simon and Martina. Oh god, I almost spilled my tea. Just wanted to say that I'm thinking of you guys, and I hope that you are taking the time to work on your mental health and be there for each other. Love you lots and can't wait for your videos when they come back, but I'm in no hurry. Take your time. Bye!
when I was doing the big sad a couple years ago, nothing was really helping, and you know, felt like I was just living my day-to-day life, going through the motions, and nothing really clicked for me until I learned about building a ladder, which is doing whatever you can to make a rung on your ladder so you can continue climbing up to whatever goals you want to achieve. And that seemed so doable and so not unbelievable. It wasn't some magic cure. It was, hey, you're gonna have to do the work, but it's possible. That it worked for me, and I think about it all the time. You know, I can't always be my best, but I built a pretty cool ladder recently, and I can only attribute that to Simon and Martina and all the work they do and the honesty and transparency they demonstrate in their videos. So thank you guys. We're thinking about you. And in honor of their wonderful food adventures, today we're going to do a FAP or a food adventure program for awesome people. That's trademark theirs, it's not mine. For something that's a Nashville, Tennessee exclusive. I moved to Nashville about 7 years ago. I didn't think I would like it. I was moving here for a job. It was a great job, and you know, I didn't really have like a whole community here or anything like that, but took a risk, moved to the city, ended up falling in love with it. It took several years, so many years it's not funny, but here we are and I love it. So is it my forever home? I don't know, but Nashville's pretty cool. It's got a lot of weird history, and one of those weird history situations is the Goo Goo cluster. That's right, the Goo Goo cluster. Named such because it's so good babies will ask for it by name, which sounds terrifying considering there are at least 25 grams of sugar in each one. The Goo Goo cluster was invented in 1912 by Hal Campbell, who worked for the Standard Candy Company right here in Nashville, Tennessee. It contains 4 ingredients: nougat, milk chocolate, marshmallow, and peanuts. There are 2 other variations, obviously the one with, oh, there you go, 2 other variations. There is one with pecans in it instead of peanuts. This was traditionally known as the Goo Goo Cluster Supreme, but it was renamed to the pecan Goo Goo Cluster in 2019. And then the last one is the Peanut Butter Goo Goo Cluster, my personal favorite. I will be super honest with you. I learned about Goo Goo Clusters my first trip abroad for work, and that was to Taiwan, and we, you know, obviously wanted to bring a gift to exchange and to show something about where we came from, and someone was like, yeah, Goo Goo Clusters are made in Nashville, so that's how I learned about Goo Goo Clusters. I will say it is American candy, and it has 25 grams of sugar in it, so if you don't think it's sweet, you're wrong. I know from visiting other places that the candies abroad are not as sweet, so they're always kind of a shock, so if you decide to give these a try, Please don't be surprised, they're just super, super sweet. Goo Goo clusters weren't individually wrapped until the 1920s just because packaging and effort to do that was super expensive. But then people started getting real curious about personal hygiene, and so it was wrapped. The candy really got its lift in 1925 when it was marketed and sold by the Grand Ole Opry, which, if you'll notice, spells out goo. And in the 1920s and 30s, it was advertised as a nourishing lunch because apparently caloric deficit was the biggest concern back then. I'm not mad at it. I wish a Goo Goo cluster could be a nourishing lunch for a nickel in these days. Also, yeah, it used to be a nickel, which is great. I love it. That's enough history. Let's get to tasting them. For science, I will be trying each of the three and letting you know how I feel about them. This is what the original packaging looks like. The pecan. The pecan kept its logo kind of in that it says Supremely Delicious now. And last but not least, because it is in fact my favorite, the peanut butter Goo Goo cluster. Let us break one of these bad boys apart. These are what they look like. They look akin to a lot of the Christmas desserts my parents made, but they are far less healthy. Looking at a cross section, you've got caramel, you've got marshmallow, you've got peanuts, and you've got milk chocolate. What more could you want from life? This is the original. Let us, for science, give it a good taste. I did not think this project through in the length of time it takes to chew one of these. But that is the best descriptor. It is chewy, it is soft. The peanuts give it a nice salt and a nice crunch in a differential texture situation. The marshmallow is like a midway between a traditional marshmallow and like the fluffer nutter stuff that comes in the jar. Both of those are good and valid. These are just a weird middle situation. The pecan looks deceivingly the same on the surface, but we know it's Supreme Origins. Can't really tell from looking at it, can ya? But that is the Supreme or the pecan Goo Goo cluster. You can see that there was like a breakage in the caramel line here, but I'm sure it remains delicious. You know, I was gonna say that the peanut one triumphs over this one, but then that pecan came in through the end. It's almost like when you have nuts and brownies, which some people don't like, but that's crazy because it's delicious. It's just a more sophisticated flavor than peanuts. Both are good. That's how I feel about that. Let's have the peanut butter. Almost, it's like, this one isn't tempered chocolate because it's kind of cloudy, which is wild, and you can see the peanut butter peeking out through the bottom. Let us look at this boy. All right, no tear because it is essentially a glorified Reese cup. Again, nothing wrong with that. Now that I've had one while I was thinking about Reese's, that peanut butter is a little bit different. It is less salty, but also less sweet. So it's like a true peanut butter taste, like more of a Jif situation with whole peanuts in it. Super good, highly recommend. Definitely get you a box of all of these because it is wonderful. Well, I think that wraps about everything up except for me finishing the rest of this box and getting a sugar high. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, Simon and Martina, you guys are wonderful. Build that ladder. And thank you for all that you do. If you like this video, please give it a like. And if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button. It would be really cool. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.